Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi with a detailed look at your Colorado weather forecast here. And we're going to start off by taking a look at today, where unfortunately we do have an air quality alert that's in place for the Front Range. But some good news on the horizon is we will get much better air quality starting tomorrow and for your Friday. But also, temperature is going to tick up for your Thursday and your Friday as well. Let's start things off though by taking a look outside. We do have a fair bit of cloud cover overhead. Part of that is some of the kind of lousy air quality, but most of what you're looking at, some mid to high level clouds as a result of the monsoon, and that is a sign of what's to come this weekend. We could be talking about in some spots a bit of a washout this weekend, but today it's warmer than yesterday. It gets even warmer for tomorrow and your Friday, with storms returning to the forecast for tomorrow, but especially for your Friday. And then this weekend, looks like it's going to be, in some cases, a bit of a washout, especially south of I-70. Denver area hit or miss storms for both Saturday and Sunday, with Friday at this point looking like the best chance at seeing a storm here in town. Temperatures right now, 60s in the mountains, 70s, 80s along the eastern plains. And today gets on up to near 90 degrees. It is a lightning-free forecast, right? See what I did there? I know you did. It is mostly sunny for us, at least during parts of the afternoon. We will have some mid to high level clouds mixed in there at times. Again, that is thanks to the southwesterly flow that is drawing in some of that monsoonal moisture, but mix of sun and clouds, I would say. High temperatures near 90 degrees and certainly warmer than this time yesterday. Now, forecast size, look at that in Alamosa, 58 degrees. That's because in Alamosa, we've got a fair bit in the way of cloud cover and some showers moving the way into the southern part of the state. Buena Vista, same idea for us as well. Durango, Telluride, cooler because of clouds and some showers that will be moving their way into the picture later on this afternoon. Now today, along the Front Range, we have an air quality alert for ground ozone that is not due to wildfire smoke, that is due to ground ozone. And so that will maximize early to mid-afternoon. So avoid spending prolonged periods of time outdoors during the early to mid part of the afternoon, especially if you are part of a sensitive breathing group. Southeast Colorado, that's where we've seen the steadiest rain for the last day and a half or so. It's been, for Lamar and Springfield, a fairly showery last 36 hours or so. Meantime, southern Colorado, there is some of that rain starting to nudge on up from New Mexico. They'll move its way into the San Luis Valley and the San Juans as we get later on through the afternoon. That is the leading edge of some of that monsoonal rain. But for Prowers and Baca counties, that's where we're seeing a fair bit in the way of rainfall, heavy, steady at times for us. And that is great news for our friends in that part of the state that really need the rainfall, and that will continue to come for the rest of your day today. And as I mentioned, we do start to nudge up some of those showers into southern Colorado. So if you're watching me from Saguache, from Alamosa, from Levada Pass, you're going to see some of that rainfall move its way into your direction in the next few hours. And by the way, for our friends on the western slope in Grand Junction and on up by Grand Mesa, it does look like we'll see some showers try and trickle their way into your region as well later on this afternoon and this evening. Then those showers clear on out tonight before we get more rain into the picture for your day tomorrow. But for tomorrow, it's a bit more isolated, hit or miss storms, and we do move some of those shower and storm chances into central and northern Colorado. So today, it's mainly southern Colorado. Tomorrow, fairly widespread in terms of some hit or miss showers and storms. If you're watching me from the Denver area in the Front Range, we do have our first chance for a storm this afternoon, for a storm tomorrow afternoon. But I think that chance for tomorrow will be fairly isolated, maybe a 20-30% shot here in Denver. Much better chance for a storm on Friday with a cold front. Now tonight, still some clouds around as I mentioned, but it's going to be fairly comfortable. And if you are heading outdoors to the Tivoli Quad or anywhere from McGregor Square, any of those big watch parties for Game 4, we are going to be talking about mostly cloudy skies, I think. I think tonight we're going to be mainly on the cloudy side, but it doesn't really matter all that much. The thing that will be noted is that we are not talking about any lightning for this afternoon or this evening. Again, you probably see what I'm doing there. Temperatures in the 80s, dropping back into the 70s tonight. Tomorrow, fair bit warmer, and we actually have a chance for some lightning tomorrow here in the Denver area, but a better chance as you head on up into the mountains. High temperatures tomorrow in the low 90s. A little bit breezy at times, but the story will be some of those isolated storms, especially west of Denver. And then that as I mentioned, part of the leading edge of some of that monsoonal rainfall. So you might be wondering what the monsoon is. You probably hear that term all the time this time of year. What happens this time of year is we get an area of high pressure that develops over the southeastern United States. Meantime, you get an area of low pressure that develops over the desert southwest. And winds around a low pressure system go in a counterclockwise direction. They go in a clockwise direction around a high pressure system. Long story short, those combined winds lead to a lot of moisture that gets drawn on up from the Gulf of California, from the Pacific Ocean, and from the Gulf of Mexico. And that leads often to a lot of rainfall for us here in Colorado during the summer months. And the monsoon really tends to kick into gear in July and August and September, but looks like we've had a little bit of an early start because this weekend setup is a bit of a classic monsoon setup for us. So we are going to be looking at, again, some of those monsoonal rains. Starting up on Friday, cold front accompanies some of that monsoon rain on Friday. That's why I think Friday in particular, if you got Friday afternoon happy hour plans, doesn't look all that great. Cold front swings its way on through, plus monsoon rain. That will drive up some of that rainfall. And then for your Saturday, some more showers and storms during the afternoon and evening. And of course, we will be looking at some of those weekend plans that could be affected by that for your Saturday. Worse the rainfall, the further south you go, the heavier the rain, the further south you go in Colorado. So if you're looking for a dry spot to camp, to spend outdoors this weekend, the further north you go, the better you will be. And generally speaking, though we do have showers and storm chances even on up into Steamboat Springs and Fort Collins and Craig, you'll still have some storms up there. But again, as you head south, the better or the higher the rain chances. How much rain can we be talking about? Now, I wouldn't exactly pay attention to those exact totals here, but notice the hit or miss nature. Colorado Springs, about an inch. Denver, a quarter inch. Eagle, a tenth of an inch, but then say Slide, a half an inch. Again, generally speaking, the further south you go, the higher the rainfall totals that we'll be looking at over the next few days. Best chance for rain, I think, is going to be Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, pretty high chances both days as well. And then those storms start to clear up a little bit by your Monday. By Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back into the upper 80s and low 90s. So fair bit going on over the next few days. Today and tomorrow and Friday, it is warm. Shower and storm chances increase as we head over the next few days, and especially, again, highs for us on Friday here in Denver and along the Front Range. Southern Colorado, storm chances really through early next week. And then by Saturday and Sunday, it's just afternoon showers and storms and much cooler with high temperatures only in the 70s. Meteorologist Keely Chalmers will have an update coming up for you at 9 News at noon. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Saban has an update at 9 News at 4 and 5. And Meteorologist Danielle Grant is in at 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.